We have an amazing guest today. Baul Bragiel is an investor, he's an entrepreneur, he's a sports enthusiast, you're a coach, you wear so many hats.
Yeah, well,
Baul, thank you so much for finding time to visit us.
I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, but today we'll talk about sports, we'll talk about baseball specifically.
Yeah.
How important is sports in your life?
Sports, I'd say, is probably the top two things in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, sports brings a lot of joy, happiness. It kind of brings a connection to childhood, and also a lot of community, right? And at the end of the day, it's using your body. It's like, yeah, in my work, I use my head all the time, and this is a physical release. Allows me to do other things. So yeah, it's a very, very important part of my life.
You work out, you do sports, and you feel you're alive, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, we all know the satisfaction. I hate going to work out. I wake up, I don't want to go, but once you're done, you feel happy. Right?
Yeah,
so
I did something, right?
Yeah, exactly. I accomplished something in my life today. Yeah.
You're the kind of person that sets a goal and gets it done. And this photo is a perfect example of that. This is a photo from 2016.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Sochi Olympics.
This is actually 2018. This is the 2018 Korean Olympics, actually.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
So you've been to two?
I've been to two Olympics, yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you're with Colombian national team.
Yeah.
Tell us that story, because this is unbelievable.
I mean, it's a very long story, and I'd probably dedicate another thing to that. But so about 11 years ago, I mean, I had the idea of making the Olympics as a middle-aged man, right? In my mid-30s. And so, yeah, I mean, I did all my research, and I was trying to find a sport to, kind of increase my chances.
Yeah.
I found through my research about 4 sports that had kind of more open, flexible rules. Those sports were downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, bobsled, and luge. I spent about a month flying around the world, meeting all the best coaches and trying these sports. I'd never tried any of them before. And then, yeah, through that, I found cross-country skiing, which I loved. I moved to Finland, and I started skiing. But, being that I'm American and Polish citizen, we have amazing cross-country ski teams. I could never make that. So through some of my connections, I work with a lot of governments. I advise a lot of prime ministers about technology. And so I connected people in Colombia, and through those connections, they made me a Colombian citizen, and I started the Colombia ski team. And when you're a Colombian citizen and you're a skier and you're the first one, you're the national champion. So, we started to go out there building a Colombia ski team. And yeah, I was able to kind of go out there and pursue my dream. We've now built a whole team around that. We've had 5 Olympic athletes now qualify from Colombia, which had 0 before we started. So we like to go out there, not only start with my project, but also build proper organizations and try to make kids' dreams come true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So here you are. Walking. That must have been an amazing experience.
Yeah, you're walking in a stadium full of people, but also 1 billion people around the world are watching
you,
right? And you feel a lot of pride. So I came here as a coach, right? And yeah, you feel pride because you built this team, right? You were there from the beginning, and you kind of saw and you planted the seed, and you were able to hire good people, good connections, and produce an amazing result for the country, right? So,
awesome.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's super mega respect to the athletes who spend their daily lives making these dreams happen, right? And so we're just there in the background, helping them, encourage them, and building these organizations to make them succeed. Awesome.
Now you focus on a different project, on a project that is about baseball, and it's about Poland. You have Polish roots, right?
Yes. So I'm Polacy. I'm from Chicago, and I'm a Polish citizen as well too, so dual citizen. But yeah, so like I did amazing projects like this, and within the country of Tonga, I got to do other amazing projects for other countries, right? And why can't I do something for Poland, right? Or why can't I do something with Poland, right? And so, I've been thinking about how to do that for the last 5 or 10 years, right? So since the Olympics, I've gotten involved in Polish sports. I own a basketball team in Warsaw called the Warsaw Dziki. And so I kind of got connected there. But I always want to also be able to help on the potential national team level, because I think it's really cool for us to be able to wave the flag and be good at sports, right? My 2 loves in sports are basketball and baseball. Basketball, I love to watch. I was horrible to play. I'm super short, right? But baseball I played, I really enjoyed it. And I still, enjoy watching it, right? And I'm a big Cubs fan. And come on, we have amazing roots here in Chicago. So I thought, how do I combine 2 of these loves? Ojczyzna and then the sport I love. And so, we're going out there and now trying to really kind of scale up and grow the Polish national baseball team.
Yeah, because if you didn't know. People play baseball in Poland.
Yes.
Teams organized. There is a league.
We have a league. Yeah. I mean, it's a niche sport in Poland right now, but it's growing, right? The Polish official national team was started in 1976, so the organization's been around for a while, right? And we as Polish Americans have an amazing heritage. We have some super great players who've come over the years, right? We have, Hall of Famers like Stan Musial, like Kalier Stremski. We have 39 players with Polish last names and potentially more in the Major League Baseball like right now.
So, recently AJ Piersi was playing here for the White Sox.
Yeah, so we have amazing Polish American athletes, and we want to connect those athletes back to Poland, and we want to give the Polish athletes more connectivity to America. And so, kind of being that I'm this kid that kind of lives between both worlds, I want to be able to do that. So
you have a great network. You already know a lot of people. You open a lot of doors, and you are already involved with the Polski Związku Baseballu and with the Polish American Baseball Association.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
What is your role with those organizations?
So with the Polish national team, I'm officially on board as a senior advisor, and I'm one of the coaches. Right. So there's 3 coaches we have. I can talk about the other coaches we've hired. But yeah, so I'm a full-time coach there. And when I'm coaching, I'm not necessarily coaching the physical part. I'm coaching the mental part. Yeah. I'm coaching in the strategy and also helping recruit the players too. So kind of team building as well. Yes, that's my official role. And then also with the Polish American Baseball Science Foundation, I'm there as an advisor as well too, just helping them out with identifying all the Polish Americans that have connectivity into the sport.
Yeah. So what is your vision for the Polish national team? The end game, not next year, but
So the reason I joined is anything I want to do, I want to go to the highest level, right? And so I got to know the whole board of directors at the Polish Baseball Federation, and we've had a rough few years in the past, but the president, a guy named Pavel, who's in charge right now, super amazing guy with a big heart and also really hardworking ethic, wants to change this legacy going forward as well too. So our plan is that historically we only had Polish players, and we've had kind of medium level results. And we've been watching other teams in Europe. They kind of have local players, but they also kind of try to get their diaspora involved too. So our goal is to grow and raise the talent level of Polish players and build like a stronger legacy. And that starts not with the national team, with the senior guys, but under 23, under 18, under 16, under 14. So we want to grow the youth teams in Poland, right? And we want to encourage the development of the talent and have more coaches coming in, more clinics. We're going to be flying in.
Education's got to be huge.
Of course, we already have agreements with Major League Baseball to fly in coaches and start doing camps. And so we're going to do a whole comprehensive youth program, right? So that's one thing we're doing in Poland. But here in America, that's where I'm based, we want to go out there and also tap into the Polish American diaspora, right? So we have 20 million Polish Americans, Polish diaspora, I think about 10, 15 Polish Americans around the world. And then baseball is one of our sports. Yeah. So we want to connect and find out and identify all the Polish Americans playing baseball. And we want to invite them to play in Polish leagues here, but also to identify them with the potential of making the Polish national team. So on the Polish national team level, our goal is we want to compete at the top level, right? So right now, we've been able to play in the European qualifications. This summer, we're actually very proud to say that we are hosting one of the 3 European qualification tournaments in Poland, in a city called Kutno, which is about an hour outside of Warsaw. Yeah. So we're hosting that, and we're hoping that we qualify to the next round. Next summer, there's European Championships we're hoping to make. This will be a push. I don't think we'll make it, let's be honest, because we won't be able to get probably passports for a few players we need in time. But maybe we could change this, right? Yeah. And then we start thinking a little bit bigger after that. So other major dates on the calendar, 2026 is the next World Baseball Classic. We would love to have a Polish team there.
That's the highest level
of competition. It's basically the World Cup in football, soccer. It's the same thing in baseball. And this is huge, right? So last year, the World Championship game between USA and Japan was watched by over 100 million people. I think 70 million which were watched in Japan.
It was like an all-star game.
It was amazing, right? So we want to have Poland in that tournament. I don't expect us to win. We're playing against USA and Japan. But how do we make it there, right? So that's our stretch goal. And then a more realistic, longer-term goal is baseball is now an Olympic sport in 2028 in Los Angeles, in our home country here, right? So we need to have a Polish team in the 2028 Olympics. That is the goal. Right? And that's even more selected than WBC. So less teams make that. So there we have to go out there and build our youth locally in Poland, but also we need to build the youth here in Poland, Polish Americans, right? And that means in East Coast, West Coast, and obviously here in Middle America, in Chicago, Detroit area, we need to go out there and encourage teams and encourage people to start thinking about this as an option. Right? And also we want to open up this as an option. So we want to have teams at age 12, 14, 16, 18, 23. So we want to have all the way from like Little League to the top. We want to build youth teams and potentially have some of these kids as rising stars. So, 5 years from now, if you're a 14-year-old kid, yeah, you're 19.
Right there in your prime.
You might be primed for the 2020 Olympics. So we want all the kids out there, all you babchas listening, all the moms and dads listening. We want you, if your kids are good at baseball, have them reach out to us, right? Awesome. So we have them on the radar. We have a whole database of kids. We're paying attention. We don't know who's doing what, how they're doing, and where we'll be watching it. We have amazing people already in our organization. I can talk about that soon.
Yeah, let's talk about harvesting that talent.
Yes, yeah.
Can you reach at the very highest level and talk to MLB players?
Yes, of course. So we're in conversations with many major league players right now, right? Unfortunately, for like the European qualification to championships, that's in the middle of the baseball season, so we can't pull them out, right?
It's not so easy.
It's not so easy.
Get a passport.
No, exactly, right. But also too, like the Major League Baseball teams won't let them go in the summer, right? But for World Baseball Classic, we can potentially recruit those players, and we are actively recruiting and talking to Major League Baseball players of Polish heritage to get them done for 2026.
Collegiate level?
Collegiate level, yes, for sure. Minor league level, a little bit difficult sometimes getting out of the contracts, but yes, especially getting permission from their coaches and scouts, right? Independent league of baseball for sure. Also, we're talking to some players who are like recently retired, like early 30s, mid 30s, retired, but they still could make a good run. And then also we're talking to high school players.
Yeah, this is, I think, the biggest potential.
Yeah.
Because Polish kids are not just playing soccer or tennis.
Yeah.
They do wrestling, they do football, they do baseball, they do everything.
I mean,
they're awesome.
We're born and raised in American society, right?
Yeah.
I was born here, right? But I grew up with Polish parents. I went to Polskiego Szkoły, all that stuff, right? So like we're kind of dual kind of citizen, kind of dual-headed kids, right? Yeah. But yeah, we adapt and take all the American cool things too, right? Me and my brothers all played baseball all the way through high school, right? Like I have friends who played through college level too. Like if I as a kid knew this was a chance for me, I would have tried a little bit harder. Or maybe I'd have had an extra scout see me play somewhere, and maybe I had a chance to go a little bit further. So we want to build that opportunity for the Polish American kids and the Polish kids to give them chances. Also, when you're playing to universities, exactly. It's like having this on your resume. Even if you played under 14 Polish
national team.
You played in the Polish national team. Like that's a conversation piece for your resume. Yeah. So if we want to help this for kids when they're playing to the best college, when you're going for Stanford, when you go to Harvard, you need everything. You're competing against everybody else in the country who's doing the same shit. Why are we doing this here for Polish Americans?
And you're getting coached by really awesome coaches.
Yes.
Because those coaches that you will recruit will be also top notch.
Let me talk about the coaches.
Yeah.
So we've brought on two amazing coaches, right? And so they're not Polish, any connection, but they're Americans, right? So we have two guys. So one, our head coach, is a guy named Dennisa Cooka. Dennisa Cooka had 15 years Major League player experience, right? So he's played for the White Sox. He played for whole bunch of other teams. He's won 2 World Series as a player, right?
Wow.
So he won 1997 for the Florida Marlins, and then he also won 2002 for the Los Angeles, or was it Anaheim Angels at the time, right? So 2-time World Series champion. He also before was head coach of Team Sweden in baseball, and like I said, 15 years in Major League Baseball, right? So he's our head coach. So he just agreed, we just signed him on board maybe a couple of weeks ago, right? And so he's now part of the head team. He's doing a senior team and under 23 coaching for us. Right, and he's also helping us build a team, and so we're going out there and we're having tryouts, we're having kids. We'll talk about that later throughout the year. And so he's flying to Poland for the first time next month, and so we're really proud. There's a major coup, and then through Dennis brought in one of his good buddies, a guy named John McLaren, and John McLaren is actually a former Major League Baseball coach, and not even coach, manager, right? So he spent over 40 years in baseball, scouting, coaching, being assistant. And he's been coaching for organizations like Toronto Blue Jays and the Mariners, Nationals, stuff like this, Tampa Bay. And so he actually has been head coach twice for Major League Baseball. So he was head coach for Seattle Mariners in the late 90s. And then also in the early 2000s, he was head coach for the Washington Nationals. So and he's coming as an assistant coach, right? So he's a little bit older guy. So he's kind of just here enjoying the moment, right? And he's good friends with Dennis, and Dennis recruited him to be going out there and help our team. So we have 2 people with Major League Baseball experience. One is a 15-year player, and then one is a Major League Baseball coach. This is a major coup. For like European sports, I don't think almost any European national team has Major League Baseball experienced coaches. So we're really taking up the level. This is, I could thank the Polish Baseball Association for helping me work on this. And the guy named John. John is the guy who runs the Polish American Baseball Federation. He's the one who made the first contact to Dennis. So this is all mega respect to John for making this happen.
Amazing. So not a lot of players here on high school level have an ability to talk to people like that. I mean,
this is going to be amazing, right? So like if you're a Polish American kid, you're in high school and college, right? you're in the minor leagues, whatever, like you're gonna have access to these guys, right? And you're gonna access them for like weeks on end because we're gonna throw camps and tryouts and stuff like that all throughout the country and in Poland, obviously. So yeah, if you're like at like a solid level, like I said, if you're at high school like elite level, or your college elite level, or your minor leagues or independent leagues, you need to talk to us because we want to plug you in and we want to get you guys on this path where you're potentially playing with us. And if you're younger than this, well, this is your goal. Over the next 5 years, you have to get to that level so you get access to these amazing coaches.
Okay, so what should the parents, the grandparents do if they listen to us right now?
So one, contact you guys and know what happened, right? Two, we have a website, baseballsoftball.pl, right? That's in the Polish side, right? That's the official organization. They're a little bit slower in the emails. Then we have the Polish American Baseball Softball Federation. So that's PABSF.org. It's a nonprofit that we have in America. Contact them there. And I think and then you just message John and say, or ask for John or Paul, right? And yeah, if you reach out to these organizations, that'd be cool. Also, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, right? Twitter is probably the best. So Twitter/Bragiel, BRAGIL. If you DM me there or reply me, I'll always get there. Just anything. Just find a way. We're paying attention. I mean, the channels are open. We want to talk to people, right? And then once we know, and then message us. Tell us where you play. If you have videos of you guys playing, that's also helpful too, right? Also send us your citizen status. Are you American? Do you actually already have a passport? Was your mom, dad Polish, your grandma, your great-grandma? Tell us and we can kind of figure out what's possible for you. And then we can put you in our database and we can start working with you and your family to potentially make this happen. So,
awesome. And that is great. On so many levels, sports level, professional sports development, and also just to put it on the resume. Yeah. When you will be applying to college.
So this is a bigger thing. Like this is like, but also this is an adventure. Like I had my adventure with the Team Columbia. Do you know how like life changing it is to be on an Olympic stage or even national team stage? Even let's say Poland does not make the Olympics. Every single year we're playing European level tournaments, right? So you get to join a team, and you're playing in Czech Republic, you're playing in Netherlands, you're playing in Spain against other people, right?
You wear a uniform with a needle in your chest. Exactly. You hear the national anthem. You're part of this.
This is next level stuff. To be part of stuff like this. Why am I doing stuff like this? Because I still want to be part of Poland in another way too. Because I'm not an athlete. I'm too old to play anymore, right? If I would have known this, I would have ready to come back for baseball, not skiing, right? But yeah, I could be a coach and I'd be part of this, right? It's a pride thing too, right? It's a way to connect it to your, motherland, fatherland. And it's a way to go out there and, like I said, add a really beautiful story to your life, to your family's life, but also to your resumes for work, for school, for other
be different, be that much better, that much different.
No, we have to take advantage of opportunities like this to us, right? Being born kind of dual citizen kind of kids, maybe it's not you don't have citizenship, but like dual culture kids, right? We have the opportunity to play with both worlds. Amen. And we can do that. And then obviously connected to business reasons, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. We'll put all the contact information in the description of this video. And feel free to reach out to us, to Polish Daily News. Feel free to reach out to Paul. He will help you. Yeah. He can open some doors for you. He can put you in places which normally you have zero shot going. And be proud that you're Polish. Perhaps you'll be playing on a Polish national baseball.
We'd love to see you. Hopefully soon.
Awesome. Paul Bragiel was our guest. Thank you so much.
Bye.